When everything familiar has burned away, what does it mean to be human? In a world reduced to ash and cold, an unnamed man wakes before dawn. Gray snow drifts from a lightless sky. Nothing grows, no birds sing, and fire is the only warmth left to humankind. The cause of the cataclysm is never explained. McCarthy wants us to feel the condition, not the event. What matters is the man's mission: protect his young son and keep moving south in search of warmth, food, and the faint hope of safety. They have no names, because names no longer matter. The boy, about 9 years old, was born after the disaster and carries no memories of the lost world. The man, skeletal and coughing, remembers everything: sunlit forests, electricity, and the boy's mother, who chose death over this broken earth. Before leaving the last semblance of shelter, the man leans close to the boy and says, "We're the good guys. We're carrying the fire." That simple phrase becomes their shared creed. It means they will not murder for food. They will not eat the dead. They will hold on to whatever goodness survives inside them. The father and son duo push a dented shopping cart down ruined highways, blankets and scavenged cans rattling in the basket. Taped beneath the cart's frame lies their most precious possession: a revolver with 2 bullets. 1 bullet to defend, 1 bullet for mercy, if the worst should come. Then they set out on the road, the father's cough already tracking the slow erosion of his life. Weeks pass in ragged strides. Each dawn brings the same gray sky, the same hunger. Often they hide from marauding bands who have turned to cannibalism. One day a truckload of armed men approaches. A lone marauder breaks away and threatens the child with a knife. The father raises the revolver and fires. The shot rings like judgment in the still air, saving the boy but scarring them both. The boy trembles, asking, "We're still the good guys, right?" The father whispers yes, but guilt shadows his face. Survival is already forcing him to bend the moral line. They stumble upon an abandoned farmhouse and pry open a trapdoor. Below, a bunker glows like an oasis. Stacks of canned food, blankets, even bars of soap. For several blessed days they eat peaches, scrub the ash from their skin, and sleep on clean sheets. Yet comfort breeds vulnerability. The father cannot shake the fear that the bunker's owners, or worse, cannibal gangs, will return. Reluctantly they leave, teaching the boy that in this world even paradise is temporary. Later, they meet a frail wanderer who calls himself Eli. Bent over a walking stick, he admits he believed himself the last man alive. Around a campfire, he declares that the only proper dreams left to men in peril are dreams of death. The father listens in silence while the boy presses food into the old man's hands. Compassion costs calories they cannot spare, yet the boy's instinctive kindness forces the father to confront his own hardening heart. Hunger deepens, the father's cough grows bloody. In a derelict mansion they break into a locked cellar, only to find living captives stored as human livestock. Horrified, they flee moments before the captors return. Outside, the boy dissolves into sobs. He begs his father never to leave him alone. The father, shaken, promises he never will, but we hear the lie in his cough. At last they reach the sea. The water is the same lifeless gray as the sky. No fish, no boats, no salvation. During a storm, a thief steals their cart and most of their supplies. The father tracks him down, strips him of clothes and shoes, and leaves him shivering on the road, an act that sickens the boy. "He's going to die," the child whispers. The father's silence is the only answer he can give. Winter closes in and the father's lungs fail. Each breath rattles like paper. One evening, by the glow of driftwood, father and son share a single can of peaches, the last taste of sweetness. The next morning the father can no longer stand. He passes the revolver to the boy, teaching him how to keep the hammer cocked, how to press the barrel beneath his own chin if the worst comes. He reminds him once more, "You have to carry the fire." The boy, weeping, promises he will. The father dies on a blanket in the woods, his eyes fixed on the boy until the last moment. The child keeps vigil for 3 days, refusing to abandon the body. On the 3rd day, a bearded stranger appears. He, too, carries a shotgun, but he kneels in the ashes and speaks gently. He says he has a wife and 2 children waiting nearby, that they, too, are the good guys. The boy, trusting the echo of his father's words, lowers the revolver. The stranger's family covers the father's body with blankets and leads the boy away, promising to protect him for as long as we can. McCarthy ends with a single, elegiac paragraph describing trout once alive in mountain streams, fish the boy has never seen. The image is heartbreaking, a memory of beauty kept alive only in story. Yet it offers a sliver of hope. Even in a burned world, someone remembers the colors of a living past. Someone might see them again. What does this journey mean? First, parental love and sacrifice. Every mile of the road is propelled by a father's devotion to his son. And every lesson the boy learns, kindness, vigilance, courage, flows from that love. Second, morality after collapse. The world's laws are ash, but the question of right and wrong still burns. The boy becomes the moral compass, proving that ethics are not enforced by society alone, they can survive in the heart. Third, hope as an ethical flame. Carrying the fire is more than optimism. It is action. It is choosing mercy over cruelty, even when cruelty feels easier. Finally, death and transcendence. By pairing the father's death with a memory of vibrant trout, McCarthy insists that meaning persists beyond physical survival. Beauty and love can outshine a shattered sky. So why read The Road? Because McCarthy's prose, spare, rhythmic, biblical, makes catastrophe feel both terrifyingly real and strangely luminous. Because the novel forces us to ask what we would do for the people we love when every comfort is stripped away. And because it reminds us that even in the darkest landscape, we can choose to carry the fire of human decency. If this exploration sparked your curiosity, hit the like button, subscribe for more deep dive book analyses, and ring the bell so you never miss a journey. Until next time, keep reading widely, thinking deeply, and, above all, keep carrying the fire of curiosity.